the cart.
Give me 1 second to pull up my...
So,
I wasn't joking. We're live, by the way.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Eric.
Oh, we're live.
So, welcome everyone who's coming in here. You've got some great dancing.
Awesome, thank you.
Dancing.
We did get started as we were having some difficulty with the stream, aka our stream guy not being... But we're here. So welcome to the stream. We're in the middle of a battle, so we're going to get to getting. So yeah, one of these bird-like creatures.
Wait, question before, Eric.
Yeah.
So we talked about yesterday, if I want to cast shield,
15 against AC. Yeah.
I can use my orb to do it before I know I'm going to get hit. But if I know I'm going to get hit, I can use a spell and cast it after the fact?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so the one bird-like creature lunges at you and comes at your exposed face. It lashes its jaws around your jawline. You take 7 points of piercing damage.
It's not very nice.
The other one that was with it veers off at the last second, going for you, Varian. 21 against AC.
That's a miss. Just kidding.
It does the same to you. It latches onto your jawline, just underneath your ear. You take 7 points of piercing damage, and it is latched on, and its wings start folding around your face, trying to gain purchase.
Sweet.
Tannis, are you on mute again?
Tannis.
No, I don't think I am. Am I?
Now you're not.
Good.
What you doing?
Trying not to die. I am gonna run around. I'm the one, like, near all the littered dead bodies, right?
Oh, right in the middle, right here, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna skirt around and try and axe the crap out of the one closest to me in the front of the wagon.
The one that's attached to Varian's neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. No, I'm not gonna
Get
axe Marian's neck. No,
Get
sorry.
it.
Stand here.
If you don't, I'm pulling my crossbow on him.
Oh, just
Is the other one attached also?
Yes, it's also attached to Kaylin's neck.
Oh well, shit. I'm not useful in close combat type stuff.
Is there still one standing over near?
There's one near Cyrus that's kind of floating back
Just-
behind it. There's
Just
one at the back.
Don't roll low. Do whatever you want to do, and just don't roll low, Tannis.
So good,
Yeah,
Cyrus.
my axe is not coming near your neck because I would never live that down ever. I'm gonna go head towards the back of the wagon. I'm gonna kick the shit out of one of those.
Do your axe and just stop part way, like you did before, and see if you can just scare the shit out of the little thing so it lets go and flies away.
All right,
Yeah.
so you approach the one that's kind of harrying Cyrus.
Okay. And I'm gonna kick it with my axe. Hang on.
Okay.
Hopefully. We're gonna say hopefully. I jinxed myself. Good thing I'm not aiming at anybody's neck.
What'd you roll?
A 5.
Okay. So
So with my +5, I get a 10.
you swing through the air, and as you do it, it kind of lifts itself just inches above your swing.
Okay.
Sigurd, what you got?
Gonna get some bitches, yeah, we're gonna hit them in the face. Well, you know, little dude missed and grabbed a little bit of my beard, I think, so I'm gonna make him pay for that, because it takes me a while to comb that shit out, so
That is
take the
true.
Warhammer and swing to the face on a little monkey next to me there.
All right, roll an attack.
The Wizard of Oz.
20, not natural.
Okay, roll 4 damage.
7. Sorry, Zach, not natural either.
All right, so you smash it down straight into its face, and it gives a nice crunching noise of its beak, and it just falls out of the air.
I'd also like to use my bonus action to move my spiritual sword to the one that's on Kalen
Yep.
and attack that.
Yep. Rolling.
21.
All right. Roll for damage.
Nat 8, baby! Woo woo!
It's the only roll that counts.
Galen, you watched as this, as Sigurd says a few words in Dwarvish, which I believe you have. So that's what he says.
Two, right?
Yeah, I believe so. In common.
In common, sorry.
And you see this spectral sword fused of light come over and just slash at the area near your neck. And you hear a slight pop and then liquid as this one is felled.
When that happened to me, I thought the liquid was me peeing my pants because the sword of light just came right at me. So,
What do you got? Is Varian on mute?
What? Sorry.
pick up a table leg and beat it.
He fell asleep. He's back.
Where am I? What did Sigurd do? Is the guy still in my neck?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Do I get any kind of bonuses or anything if I like pull an arrow out of my quiver and use it to try to stab it off of my neck?
I would consider an arrow at this range to be considered a dagger.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ditto, the thing by me is dead, right? I can't tell if that's tipped over.
Yes, it is dead. There is one in front of you that's kind of still harassing Tanis and Cyrus, but...
Oh, my big guys. I didn't see that one.
So, yeah,
Sure.
I'm flipping out. Oh no. So I rolled a 2, whatever that means. I'm assuming it's a miss.
Okay.
You almost stabbed yourself.
You don't hit it, and you don't hit yourself. You just kind of... You're low. That was close.
Right.
Somebody get this off of me.
You yell someone get this off me. Kaylin.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the 2 that are left.
Yep. Roll
Let's
for...
just get this over with.
Roll for damage. Where are you sending the 2?
7 more pop up.
I'm gonna send the 2 bolts to the one on Varian.
Okay.
So the 2, I had 3 of these. The 2 that go to Varian do 5 damage total.
Yep.
And the one that goes to the one that's not attached to anybody's neck does 4.
Okay. What shape are your magic missiles?
Apparently darts, because I didn't think of anything more creative.
Cool. So you raise your hand and you make 3 darts. You take 2 of them and throw them directly at Varian, who's next to you, and they go right near his neck, and kill the thing attached to his neck. You throw the other one, and it curves around Sigurd, around this way.
As I whistle, right?
Yeah, you can whistle, sure.
I can't whistle though.
Are you Yondu? Is that the whole thing? Are you
Yes.
supposed to be Yondu? Okay. That's pretty sweet.
She's Gandhi now.
Sigurd and stab right into that one, killing it.
Yep.
And that's all of them. All 10 of them.
So wait, what did all those numbers that roll mean? Was it good or bad that I natted my 2 rolls?
It's bad. We got a lot.
Yeah, aided.
So I'll just explain that to you guys right now. So what that is every few hours that you're traveling, there are chances for you to find things. On certain rolls, I'll ask you to roll another die, and that will take us to a table and determine what you can fight.
So it could have been like prostitutes, but I rolled a 20 and got vampire bats.
Or it could have been like an abandoned chest. And you got vampire bats.
Bandit chest could have also been a prostitute.
You could have been naked.
Chest naked.
Could have been a boat.
Could have been a boat.
Oh, we got in a boat.
What do you
Also,
I want to examine one of them. Have I seen anything?
just so everybody knows, I am real shitty right now.
Roll a nature check.
Nature.
Everything's green.
That.
This is a scourge. And what they are small, blood-sucking bat creatures that attach themselves to their victims.
Yep.
And if they can hold on, every chance they get, they will suck more blood out of their victim.
Do they have any magical properties or?
No, you know that they have like typical bats. They have they use echolocation to find their way around in the dark. So they're found at night. But you believe that the storm probably drove them away from their nesting area.
Do you know if their guano tastes good?
It could. You do know that they are not very hardy.
Yeah, I knew that already, I think.
They're easy to kill, and you know that for 10 of them, it's about 250 experience among the group. Good roll.
Good. Is there anything about them that seems?
I'll provide that.
But there's not anything that's helpful.
Nope.
Okay.
You know what they do. You know how hardy they are.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Can we see the storm from where we're at? Can we still see it rolling in?
It's definitely rolling in.
Does it look?
Bodies.
What?
I want to loot the bodies.
Okay.
All right, roll an investigation check.
Does the storm? Can I perceive if the storm looks natural or if it's caused by magic or something?
Sure, roll a perception check.
14.
8.
It looks like a storm. Also, Sigurd, you go to a couple of the small corpses and you find, torn wings, small skeletons in stomachs of whatever they've been feasting on. Nothing of any real value or interest to you.
Do the wings appear to be made out of a leather-like material?
They are leathery, yeah.
Could I possibly fashion them into a belt? Like all of them?
Or a headband?
Or a really sweet headband? Maybe like a Girl Scout sash thing, you know?
Roll a survival check.
I guess I don't mean can I do it, I mean could one do it if I harvested them?
Well, that's what you're rolling your survival check for.
Okay.
Make it into a pageant sash. You can have a pageant.
Oh, that's not bad. 12?
You go around trying to cut these leathery membranes. You manage to harvest maybe one full set of wings. The other ones are either too damaged or you don't have the skill to cut them free.
So I have 6-inch by 12-inch
You've got
pieces of leather.
Got two 6-inch by 4-inch strips.
Perfect.
Of sturge wing.
Jeff, is this a mature stream?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna make an old school condom.
Roll a dexterity check. Yes.
Which way is the storm coming from? Is it coming from the west, heading east?
From the west, rolling east. So it's coming off the ocean and rolling over.
Guys, I know we're a little concerned about these bat things here, but I think we have something else we need to be concerned about. There's a pretty bad storm rolling in. Do we know where we're heading? I mean, right now we're heading north back towards Neverwinter. Do we know where we need to go for the castle? Because we probably want to find shelter somewhere.
Going north.
I doubt we're going to find any shelter other than a thick grove of trees, or maybe a cave.
Well, should we look for something, or at least maybe, start getting a move back on and try to get out of the way? I have a feeling more of these creatures are probably going to come if this storm is driving them towards us.
If we go too far north, we'll run into the White Walkers.
So we're going north and the storm's coming from the west?
Yes.
Just straight
But
west?
If we head all the way north, we're heading back to Neverwinter. So, on our way down here, did anyone see a path for us to go off on? Because, this castle, we still don't really know how to get there.
We're not even back to the Triberg Trail yet.
You are not. You are.
We still have to go down the Triberg Trail before we get back to the King's Road, before we get to Neverwinter. We're not even...
I'm not very tall, so I can't really see what's going on around me. I may be a little directionally challenged.
Yeah, we're not even anywhere yet.
So maybe we should get somewhere then.
Either way, we should move, because sitting here is not going to help.
What is that?
You know?
Way to.
I'm just assuming you guys get back on the road and
We got
stop
3 new
taking-
followers
Yeah.
while we weren't streaming, sorry.
I love that dance.
Oh yeah, just assuming that was him agreeing that we're getting on the trail.
So who's doing what?
I'll run into the same thing I was.
I'm gonna jump back on the back again so I can keep watching the road behind us.
Sitting on the back.
Okay.
I-
You need to do anything right now? Like, tell people how they're doing? I get while you're traveling, could potentially take a short rest. The people that are walking cannot. The people that are in the...
Well, we're gonna have to take a short rest probably from the storm anyway, so
Chicken press on?
I'll be okay until we find shelter. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself though while we're walking.
Okay. It is around 2 in the afternoon at this point, and you've cast Major Armor on yourself. That will last you until...
Hey, Sigurd.
What's up?
You wanna pull a prank on Varian?
Obviously.
Do I hear
You're
this?
like the master.
roll a perception check. Roll stealth check.
Roll a what check?
Stealth.
I'm whispering.
Yeah, you didn't say you're
So-
whispering.
Sigurd, no disadvantage.
I was whispering, quiet.
Wait, why do I have to roll? All I said was obviously. That doesn't make any sense to anything.
I rolled a 20.
I rolled a 26.
Bullshit.
What was I rolling? Deception?
No, stealth with no disadvantage. Just straight stealth.
Oh. That's cool. 14.
So
Now I rolled a 14 stealth.
and you were just kind of have the reins guiding the 2 horses. You hear a sort of over-enthusiastic, obviously, come from behind you. Other than that, I mean, that's all you know.
Shh, keep your voice down, man.
Sorry, I'm portly.
So, you're the master here. What do you got in mind?
Well, I wish that spiritual weapon had a little bit of time left on it to go make it float around his head, but I'm gonna reach into my bag and hand her back her bell that I took from her after she tied it to me. Say, I think this could come in a good use. You're small enough. Go do your magic.
Oh, hey Sigurd, what are you talking about back there?
Cyrus was pointing out the fact that we killed little bat creatures, and I said, obviously, I think she thought they were like little flying sprite demons or something, but she's kind of slow in the head. So
That makes sense. Okay.
cool.
I'm gonna, jab you with my elbow in the stomach a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna... How fast is this cart moving?
Not super quickly. I mean, you're on a slow kind of jaunt right now.
Walking speed.
Walking speed, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak underneath. I'm gonna like jump out the back and kind of like sneak underneath the cart and like try to like stealthily come up to the side of Varian. Do I need to roll another stealth check?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, natural 1.
Well, you can re-roll that because you're lucky.
Oh right. Forgot about that. Okay. 14.
Okay.
Do I see any of this sitting next to him?
Roll your perception. Anyway, so you slip out the back of the car, you kind of run next to it, and what are you doing?
Can
I instinctively spit out the side? Like, just like just like get like a loogie and just spit, not knowing she's there, just spit.
Sure, yeah.
I don't see anything.
Okay, yeah, so
11.
he spit, it's you on the arm, it's gross.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out one of my candles and light it and try to like sneak it underneath his boots.
So Varian, you see running beside the cart, Cyrus, lighting a candle and trying to secure your boot.
I'm just gonna kick it off to the side. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm warding off the evil spirits around you, Varian. This is the thanks I get for trying to help you. And I'm just gonna scoff and walk back towards the back of the...
This is how forest fires start. Smokey the Bear would be pissed.
Scoffing and walking back and sitting back on the back end.
You really don't have to walk. I mean, the cart is already moving past you.
Well, okay. Well, I just jump back into the back end then.
Well, while this is happening, where's the storm at? How quickly are we moving?
So at this point, the rain hasn't hit you full on yet. It has started to sprinkle all around you. And you are nearing the Tribor Trail.
You better
while we're
remove
riding,
that candle from your inventory, Cyrus.
I'm gonna move over towards Varian and be like, hey, in case I bleed out before we get to where we're stopping, I'm gonna make sure that I give him the 8 gold back that I got betting on him against the bull, and inform him that I stole another bottle of A Port in Any Storm, and it's in the back as I was running out of the mansion fighting that monster thing. And if I don't get there, I want him to drink all of it in honor of me at one time on a knee.
Can I see where can I see where his wounds are? Where are his wounds at?
Yeah, he's got he's kind of bleeding through like his robes on the front of him, just kind of.
Gotcha. So I'll take the money, and I'll give him a little elbow jab, and his guys like appreciate it, man, and not knowing that he's actually hurt there.
Not knowing from the blood that's pouring from the front of his robes.
I'm cut straight on the road. It just did it on the instinct.
1 point of bludgeoning damage.
And I'm out.
So you take the gold, you stab him in the ribs.
What the fuck?
Topples over the side onto
Varian!
the.
What did I do?
Will you stop killing our party members? Actually,
It's not party members, it's
just
just me.
kidding.
Roll an unarmed strike, D2 plus your strength.
1, 2, right?
Yep.
2.
Okay, so Varian, you see Carrick fall out, then you see Kaylin jump up. You say what? And then fist right in the face. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as her hand connects.
I was just starting to like you.
Did
I
I
didn't know.
hear any of this?
Oh, no, I mean, you're sitting on the back of the cart, so you guys are going, and then you just see Carrick's body on the
He
ground.
just
Hey,
handed me
Sigurd,
some
help
money.
me out here.
I'm gonna dive off and go try to stabilize him.
Stabilism, got it.
I'm jumping off also because I was gonna try to grab him to throw back in the cart, even though he's 3 times my size.
Sure, yeah.
Marion, was that you?
I'm sorry. He just handed me money. I was giving him a good thank you nudge. It's not my fault. He's a damn mage.
Somebody tie up that guy before we all wind up dead.
Alright, guys. Love burning spell slots. I mean, I love using up my magical life source. I'll cast Cure Wounds to stabilize Carrick.
Doesn't he have like mage armor? Like, would it actually hurt him?
For this, yes, it would.
God damn it.
Is it too late to cast a spell to do shield?
God damn it. I didn't know he was so low.
You have still 9 points of damage.
I'm to 9 points.
Yep. You take a few quick, shallow breaths.
Wait, why does he go to 9 points?
Didn't you say 9?
No, I said I'm casting Cure Wounds on him, and then I wasn't talking, listening to everyone badger our resident serial killer.
Healing.
So spellcasting ability modifier is 5 plus rolled to 7 plus I get 1 because I'm a disciple of life. Feels right.
Yeah.
So what is that? 13?
13. No. It's plus 3 because you're a disciple of life. So it's 15.
15. Correct. My bad. I can't read.
I'm gonna jump down off the cart or ring it in and then go over to Carrick.
Okay.
As he's getting, I'm assuming he just got healed, so I'm gonna reach out my hand and try to help him up.
As he does that, I sprint over and knock his hand away.
I was giving him a thank you nudge.
Carrick, are you okay?
Get away from him.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't ride shotgun anymore, just for my own safety purposes.
I'm gonna hold out my water skin to Carrick and say, "Hey, you need some water?"
Yeah, I'm gonna take a sip, finish coughing up the last of my blood, and
God damn it.
probably sit in the back of the wagon this time.
Okay.
I want to look at Kaylin after helping, her brother, and kind of like give this look like, does she see this? Like, am I getting off her bad side? Just like expectantly.
Sure.
I'll go back in the car and be like, whatever. I guess I'll be riding alone.
I'm gonna move up to sit in the front next to Varian, but I'm gonna put my shield between us.
God damn it.
Okay.
I'm still keeping an eye out for shelter. Am I the only one that's concerned about this storm?
I'm concerned about the well-being of the party.
Now that I'm conscious again, I can keep a lookout with you.
Until you try to give somebody else's money back.
See, this is why Tannis doesn't give money back. People die when money gets given back.
Oh yeah, I never got any money. What's this bullshit?
I have all of it. It's every time we sit down to try and do something, I'm like, yeah, I'll give everybody their money and we'll split it, end up going like 8 different directions.
That is true. That is true.
So we're moving forward and I'm keeping an eye out for shelter.
Perception check.
I'm super perceptful.
I don't know if... Okay.
Ouch.
17.
Okay, 17. So you're looking for shelter. At this point, there isn't much in way of shelter, but now that you are at the Tribord Trail now, The rain is starting to pick up. It is getting darker out, and it's probably going to be harder to keep going, especially off-road. If you were to try to get off the trail, you're not sure the wagon would make it. But you do see the tribor, the T, and you do see the thicker wood of Neverwinter 7 miles away, maybe. The forest starts to thicken up as it to the north of you. But
Jordy's looking at my feet and it tickles.
Classic comedy.
I say, hey guys, we should try and pick up the pace and hit those heavier woods in front of us so that we can get out of the rain.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Liquor bush is always
agree,
better in
but
a storm.
once again, I ask, do we know where we're going to try to get to this castle?
Not really.
No idea.
Vaguely.
Yeah, no, I thought we had a decent idea.
We do.
so, Carrick, you remember that according to your research, there is a path somewhere that leads to Arugar that's probably 10 to 15 miles east of the T intersection that you're at right now.
Guys, good thing I'm conscious again.
Gotcha, bro.
Thanks, Sigurd. Remember, there is the trail we're looking for about 10 to 15 miles east of this T that should lead to the castle that we're looking for. So that may offer more shelter, too, because it's a trail going into the woods instead of just trying to bushwhack our way through. And it's east, so we could try to outrun the storm a little bit as well.
I think that's a good idea. Let's do it. I mean, that's the only really lead we have to go on. Maybe we can find some shelter down that trail.
Was it 15 miles down the tribor?
Yeah.
10 to
Or
15.
Today. Or
You know what?
Yeah, you're not going to make it 15 miles with the remainder of your day.
So we need to.
Well, you
shelter.
could. I mean, it would be late.
Was there? I thought you said it was only 2 o'clock.
No, I mean, you guys, it's probably more around 3:30, 4 o'clock by now.
And 15 miles is a long way.
It'll take you, even if all of you are in the wagon and trying to go about full speed, it's going to take you 5 to 6 hours to make it that far. On normal conditions. Muddy roads, who knows, really.
All right, guys, and where do you want to rest?
How close is the storm now?
The rain is starting to pick up. You're about to get hit with the brunt.
So we need to hide.
I mean, there's no, like, strong...
Did you say we're at the T intersection right now, or are we coming upon it?
You're at the T.
Wasn't
Okay.
there a cave over here somewhere that we went into?
That is, like, 10 miles away.
Oh, okay.
In the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Should we try to make some shelter in the trees?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Curious.
being in the trees is better than being in the open.
All right, I have a very random idea. How big is the wagon?
I had this thought earlier, I think.
It's probably 8 to 10 feet long.
4G.
Sure.
Do you think Tannis could find a hole for us to fall into
It's
Like-
probably,
and cover it up?
So, could we either figure out a way to cover the wagon and get most, if not all of us, in there, or flip it over? Question.
you get a fair number of you inside.
I mean, that would be more shelter than we'd have just from.
Yeah, but it's not covered, is it?
It's not covered, no. It's an open wagon.
What
Flip
about
it over.
what about under?
Well,
Well, we still need to find a spot for the horses. We can't just leave them out.
you don't think we
Yeah,
could
and
just
the
beat
storm
the
could
just
actually-
keep driving and beat
this-
the storm?
This
Horses
storm
aren't
might
people.
spook the horses also, and we want to make sure that we don't lose them.
Yeah, we need to get at least under some thick tree cover, if nothing else.
You don't think if we just keep driving, we won't beat the storm?
I don't think we're going to beat the storm, but we should continue to go for as long as we can to get in as much cover. And then as we're going, we should discuss the possibility. Yeah, your idea of getting under it is probably better than flipping it over.
I originally thought flipping it over, but then I couldn't figure out how to get it back.
In the storm variant, so yeah, I don't think we're going to beat it.
Okay, just tell me where I'm going.
How long until we hit the thicker woods?
Well, I mean, if you're going for the thicker woods, it's through light woods, 7 miles due north.
And we want to go east, right?
You want to go northeast, yes.
Okay, wait, can I just, pause for a second here? And so, like, we're traveling north on this path, and we just hit the Triboard Trail, which goes like this?
More or less, yes.
But then it curves around north.
The Triboard Trail runs, for the most part, east to west, but also a little to the north.
Which takes us up to Neverwinter eventually then. Oh, no, it takes us over to the King's Road, which takes us north.
It could, yes. Well, the King's Road, the high road, is 15 to 20 miles west, near the coast. And then it's another 50 miles north to Neverwinter.
Okay, alright. I don't want to go, I just wanted to get a general sense of where we're at. Okay.
Those 3 dead horses are still there.
Let's just jump in the wagon and start heading east. Let's try to get into some thicker woods. The longer we sit here talking about it, the more into the storm we're going to be.
Oh, I thought we were moving while we were talking. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So you guys head east on the trail. Who's doing what? I mean, who's riding? Who's walking?
I am jogging next to it, continually looking for some sort of shelter and or thicker woods that might come up sooner.
Okay. The people who are looking for shelter, the two of you that are on the side, roll perception checks with disadvantage. Is the rain pick up?
But the second one was good.
Guys, I'll be right back.
14.
14. Okay. You guys are moving along, trying to look for somewhere to rest. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing to the south side of the trail. The foothills are starting to. I mean, you can see the mountains kind of off to the south now of you guys. North of the trail, you find a few spots that might work for a lesser storm, but you don't see anything that's really going to hold you fast in this weather. But it could be better than being on the storm like you are right now.
Alright guys, I see a few things that could shelter us a little bit more than just being out in the open. Do you want to go there, or do you want to continue on for better shelter?
I think if we keep going, we're not going to be able to find anything better for shelter. Even if we pass something that is like a cave, we won't be able to see it in all the rain.
Alright, let's pull over and try and get the horses in shelter and fit as many people under the wagon as possible. Does anybody have anything we could sit on?
There's ground.
Well, it's wet. I was trying to avoid being hugely
Wet.
Although, to be fair, we're all soaked anyway, I'm assuming, so let's do it.
I still have my red brand cloak. I can sacrifice that. Not that it's going to do much.
Do we
Wait.
Yeah, I have mine still too.
I would like to try to hang my cloak over some tree branches and make a makeshift tent.
Roll survival check.
It's not a very good tent. It's not a bad tent. 11?
Yeah, and you get a tent big enough for your frame underneath. Some of the taller races might not be able to fit, but it's fine for you.
Yeah.
You're doing and throw mine up also over a tree.
Survival check.
I attempt to do what you are doing, and I fail hard.
You roll?
Or survival. 3.
Okay. You managed to get a tent that does not shield you from the rain that much put together, but it's some of the rain is shielded.
I threw a cloak over a tree branch.
And I try to do that, but for the horses.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Dork.
Anybody else who's trying to make a tent out of a cloak, roll your survival check. If you're trying to do something else, let me know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide out under the wagon.
Okay. You do kind of feel, it takes you a while to get in the right position. There is a kind of a drip, drip, drip through the cracks in the wagon boards. But you eventually find a spot where it's, not in an annoying spot.
Sorry, ponies. I only rolled a 7.
You get, you shield them a little bit and try to tie them off in a place where...
I just realized I was still muted.
Okay, what are you doing?
I was also crawling under the wagon.
Okay. So
And I'm putting down my red brand clothes since I still have that with me on the ground so that I'm not laying in mud and puddles.
Sure.
Yeah. After I helped set up the horses, I went to crawl back under the wagon.
Okay, you can't quite get all of you underneath, but you get your upper half.
That's all that matters.
Getting pretty crowded in there.
Varian
Who else
tries
is
to
under the
squeeze
wagon?
in. Varian wants
Just
to
me and
squeeze
Tanis.
underneath it.
It's me, Tanis, and
Yeah,
Karen.
I tell Brandon if he comes in, he's big spooning to protect me from the rain because he just killed me.
Can I take my cloak and just like big spoon with Carrick and wrap it around him?
Sure, but like your back is like out underneath and just getting rained on.
That's alright, it's worth.
Your rain is not picking
Getting
up.
real
It's
strange.
really steady kind of flow right now, and it's coming down hard. There's lightning. There's thunder. It's hard to sleep. But if you guys want, you can take a long rest.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so you take a long rest. Is anybody?
And the next 2 hours of the stream will be us long resting.
What
Hey.
time?
What? So everybody's just taking a rest.
What's
Yeah.
everyone
I
dreaming
get a hit
about?
dice, right?
Hey, what time is it? Not now, in the place with the stuff.
Right now is.
No, she said not now.
By the time you got situated, everyone got kind of put up their tents, got the wagon off safely. You're probably looking at like 6 o'clock. 7
Alright,
o'clock.
so my temporary hit points are gone then, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, but I'm back up to... So if I was down and we're long resting, but I lost my temporary hit points, I'm just back up to my maximum?
Well, your temporary hit points go first.
Right. So I got those, and I actually went one below what was my maximum hit point. So, am I back up to full health now, even without the...
Once the long rest is concluded, yeah.
Okay, that was my question. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was polluted.
Just sleeping. Everybody's kind of just getting some rest.
Do we get a hit dice for a long rest? I don't remember.
You can choose.
Well, yeah, you get hit dice back equal to half of your level. Round
What's the maximum hit dice I can have
Your
total?
level.
Because I have 2 right now.
Your level is the max you can get.
Oh, okay. And what are we at? 3? So I can have 3? I can hold on to that third one?
Yep.
And I can use that, my hit dice, only during long rests?
Sure.
Short rests.
Short rests.
Long rest, you just get.
Healing.
So, well, then I have 3 hit dice as well if I'm at 2 right now.
Yes.
And do we assume this means that we're using up some rations right now?
Yeah. Use your rations. Interesting.
And I need to sleep for, is it 6 hours to complete a long rest?
Yeah, between 6 and 8. Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys fall asleep. I need the siblings to roll perception checks with disadvantage.
Oh shit.
Not 14.
5. Disadvantage killed.
5. Pull out and click. Oh, this looks similar, but we'll flip it over and now it's completely different. Okay, so you've pulled the wagon over.
So, how late is this into our long rest?
It's around 4 hours in.
Around 4 hours. So,
Right.
I'm fully rested. Then.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
So
Has it?
sleep.
Has the new day started yet, or we're still in?
No, it hasn't. Over by a tree, underneath.
But we've rested for 4 hours, so.
Well, I'm just worried about my staff. It resets every dawn.
Yeah, sure. It's dawn by now. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's not dawn. It's not dawn. It's still the middle of the night. You're not good. Sorry. I lied to you.
Okay.
Carrick, you don't manage to hear anything, but Kaylin,
Makes sense. I'm distracted.
from your spot,
By sleep? Oh,
By
no, by
the
variant.
big spin,
Yes.
My flashlight.
you hear a couple dull thuds.
From where?
That's just variant.
You're asleep, right? Just a sense in
It's just us rocking the cart.
just a thud, thud, thud. Some large something is moving kind of through.
I open my eyes. Do I see anything?
The rain is still coming down pretty good at this point. Roll a perception check.
Another one?
Okay.
22.
Okay, in the dark, you see sniffing underneath the wagon
Oh, great.
a 600 or 700 pound owl bear.
Oh my gosh, I read about this in a book.
Is it like a bugbear but prettier?
No.
Owl.
Oh,
No.
so well, Eric, I have got to read this passage to you when we're done. I have to find it.
So what you see is looks, for all intents and purposes, as a brown bear, about 600 pounds, but its face is that of an owl. It's two like white pearlescent eyes shining in what very little light there is.
Glad it's not on my side of the cart.
What do I know about owl bears?
They're very large, very angry creatures that will defend their territory, but for the most part are looking for kind of a quick meal unless you are unfortunate enough to be near their nest.
Which we are.
I'm going to check back just to see. How many health does it have?
I want to go back and reroll my 20 that one time.
So this is just a human holding an owl, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just bearing one.
It sounds like a lot of dice you rolled for health.
Is an owl bear a humanoid or no? It's bearoid.
No, it is not. It's a
Steroid.
monstrosity.
Say bearoid.
Hey,
A
don't
monstrosity.
be mean just because
It has
looks
feelings too. That's
Why are Sigurd and I so far
Right.
apart?
Because that's where you guys.
And the
do
other-
that.
I can't see where I'm at, Ricky. Can
I've
you move
noticed nothing now, even with him sticking his head underneath the cart.
You see here?
Can you just slide it a little bit because the Skype people are in the way?
Oh, you got it
There you
now.
go. Cool.
Yeah. So it is sniffing underneath the cart.
Have I recognized it now that it's sticking its head underneath the cart with me?
You're not awake. It did not wake you up.
What does owlbear speak?
As you're kind of... okay, what are you doing?
Yeah, I haven't even done anything yet. Give me a second. I am going to scream, "Hey, over here!" And I'm going to away as fast as I can. And hope that my scream woke everybody up.
Okay.
And I'm also going to cast Prestidigitation on myself and make myself smell like something delicious so that it'll chase me.
All of these things are terrible ideas. I'm excited.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
With advantage.
Okay.
Hot.
17 probably.
So basically, just turn yourself into the prostitute I was hoping to find earlier.
But now it's your sister.
Okay. You say
That's how she got the spells earlier. Maybe this will turn out well.
You run this way, right?
No.
This way?
Like, off the side of the map. Away from it.
Okay. This is interesting.
It's a lot faster than you.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, but I had to try.
Damn bear.
Okay, it catches up to you fairly quickly. You smell delicious.
Mm-hmm.
What does she smell like?
Smell like bacon.
Like, just delicious bacon. Fresh out of the pan, still sizzling a little.
Owl bacon?
Owl bacon.
About to be owl bacon.
Are we awake? Do we have to roll for that?
All of you wake with a start. Varian, as you wake up very quickly and smack your head against the bottom of the wagon.
Makes sense.
And as you come back down, you then bonk heads with Carrick.
Like
I'm awake.
like heads or okay.
Oh.
You're spooning.
Just the tip.
Well, I mean, Carrick flips over.
No, he just tucks it under really deep.
Hamus!
So,
Hamus!
I am a wizard.
as it catches up behind you, it swings its large paw at your back.
I see the owl bear. It's black.
25 against AC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's right next to Tannis.
Roll worse.
He can hear you.
That's not worse, is it?
As it slashes through your robes, you take 14 points
I'm
of
still
slashing damage.
alive. Until it slashes again.
As you kind of reel up in pain, it brings its beak down towards your shoulder.
Yep, there it goes.
10 against
No!
AC.
Ha! I'm alive!
See
Get
it's
that armor class.
roll out of the way. Let's have everybody roll for initiative.
Hey, that's one. First high initiative roll I had in a long time.
Oh, that's not as
Oh,
bad
that
as
was
I
pretty
thought.
good. I'll
So
take that.
shitty, but
Alright, what do I have to destroy it with?
20 to 25.
20.
21!
22.
Owning initiative
22
tonight.
for Varian.
Oh, damn it, Varian. You had to steal my high initiative.
Hey.
There are also wolves.
Damn
What?
wolves.
He was making a joke about the dog. Brother.
Well, I don't know.
15
I
to
never
20.
even owned a dog.
16.
15.
I wish I had had sleep prepared. That would have been a much better option, but I didn't have anything there.
Good.
Hey there.
Without.
Really? 5d8 hit point worth of creatures. Awesome.
You could have just woke me and I would have tackled it.
10 to 15.
I would have had to sneak around to you. I wanted to whisper in your ear.
Actually, who's left?
prestidigitation,
Just
but I can't
Carrick.
reach
Carrick,
you.
what'd you get?
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Oh, could you not? Am I too far away?
Yeah, we were on opposite sides of the wagon. That was my first thought, but I can only
Yeah,
do
but
10 feet.
oh shit, that sucks.
Yeah, so I
That's
can.
really close.
Yeah,
Couldn't even hit the wagon.
no prestidigitation
Oh,
to like
prestidigitation.
whisper to somebody.
Yeah.
How far does your mage hand go? You could have poked me.
It's probably 10 feet too.
60 feet.
30 feet.
30.
Still
Very-
wouldn't have made it.
First.
1 second. Okay. So I could kind of like scoot out the back of the wagon or the front, wherever I'm at,
Yep.
and get up, and then I'll have sight on the bugbear or owlbear.
Yes, you would. At
Another
this
man bear pig.
point, yeah, the horses are spooked, but their reins are tied up, so they're not going anywhere.
You're welcome.
And then I'm gonna realize Kaylin's in a little bit of danger. I'm gonna pull out my arrow.
It's weird. As you notice she's in danger, there's a smell of freshly cooked bacon.
I love the smell of danger, and I'll pull out my arrow and and knock it, and then yell out, "What are you doing all the way over there?" And then let loose.
All right,
I
roll your
could have
attack.
sprinted
You should have
since I
sprinted.
didn't act.
That would have been really dumb, because if it had caught up to you, then you'd be way far away from your party in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, I suppose.
19.
19 does hit. Roll for damage.
This one's here. 7.
Okay.
And-
You let loose an arrow. It flies through the air and sticks into the owlbear's back.
And
It-
I'm gonna action surge to do it again.
It makes out a weird noise between a screech and a roar that I'm not gonna make. Just imagine it.
I don't know. I can't really imagine. I think I need to.
Try to make something light at that moment.
That is it.
All right, I'm gonna do it again, and
Like a
I'm
dying
I'm
parrot.
hoping to make that same noise again.
Yeah, it sounds like Ty if you stepped on him.
Ooh,
Oh.
12.
12. Okay, so you fire the arrow. It hits the owlbear, but in the flank and doesn't really take purchase. Are you moving?
I'm just gonna move a little bit away from the cart. Like, is there any? I can't see if there's anything in the way between the two. Like, if I move like towards your right hand, yeah, like right over there. Yeah.
You're kind of like in a bush right now. It's probably about waist to chest high.
Okay. So if I just kind of move away from the cart a little bit, towards that direction, is that okay? Yeah.
I mean, it's rough terrain because you have to move through it.
Alright,
So you move at half your speed, so you can get to about here.
Alright, what if I move up towards the bear and then to the left? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can get to here.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Where are the horses?
The horses are actually by you. They're right in this area. Cyrus, what do you got?
Can I reach it?
No.
Oh, man, I was gonna do something stupid. Is it like aware of me? Like, would this count as a sneak attack, or do I have to be stealthed?
You could get a sneak attack on it because it is engaged with one of your allies.
Okay, then that's what I'm gonna do with my crossbow.
Keep going, because I mean you're underneath the cart right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. I probably need to get out. I guess I'm gonna go out to the left since I got a person on my right still, and I'm gonna try to stay like I'm gonna move up. And, you know.
This is about as far as you can get. Half your movement to stand up, So yeah, you'd actually be about here, Varian. Half your movement to get up, and it has like half cover right now.
So I can't get any farther.
No, I mean you had to roll out from underneath, get up, and move. You're just barely able to see it right now.
Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna nut this.
Sure. So roll your attack.
Advantage and disadvantage, right?
Yes. So just straight up your attack, just your roll.
Okay. I have a 17.
17 does hit. Roll for damage, and you get sneak attack.
Okay, and so now that I'm at 3rd level, it says I deal 2d6 damage with my sneak attack. So I roll my 1d8 for damage and then 2d6s, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I do 15.
Okay. You loose an arrow, and it strikes it in the side near its ribs. It kind of flinches for a second, but still is eyeing its prey.
Okay, can I use then my fast hands also, to throw some rations at it just to try to maybe get its attention off of Kaylin and go towards the food? Alright, I'm gonna waste one of my rations to try to pull its attention away.
Alright, so you throw a set of your rations out. Kaylin.
I'm going to stop
Okay.
prestidigitation, so I no longer smell like bacon.
Yep.
And I'm going to flip around and cast Burning Hands.
So you flip around as fast as you can. You put your two thumbs together. Flame erupts.
And I'm going to cast it at a level 2, which
From your
is
fingertips.
46.
Okay, and it's a
It's a
dexterity
dex
saving.
saving throw. Against her.
So try as it might, it is a large ass bear.
Good. That's what I was hoping you would say.
It's a large.
Takes 11, 12, 13, 16.
16.
Fire!
So you, as quickly as you can, you put your two hands out. Flame erupts from your hands, washing over the bear. There's now kind of burning fur, and it just looks at you with its eyes, and blinks twice, and pulls its hands back and rears up on its hind legs.
And I'm gonna make myself smell like a baby owlbear.
Love it.
I love it. Eric doesn't love it.
Roll a nature check with disadvantage.
What? I know what an owlbear smells like. Now I just have to smell like a baby one.
Right.
So plus poop.
Plus baby powder.
Yeah. Or just like a little throw up on yourself.
That's everyone frozen. Oh, just froze. That's weird. Be right back, guys.
Again, and do a, I don't know, perception check, I guess, to look to see if there's anything else here that we need to worry about.
Okay. So you run over, jump into the wagon, roll a perception check with disadvantage because it is raining.
But I'm on the wagon.
It's raining really hard still.
That's not bad. That's significantly worse. What's my perception?
This is man, it sucks.
8.
You look around. You check the corners of the camp. You don't see anything in the direction that you believe the owlbear came from or anywhere else around. But unfortunately, that's your turn. So,
That's fine.
reared up on its hind legs, it brings a claw down onto your back.
It rolls a 1.
Yeah, damn it.
That is a 24 against AC.
Nope, misses.
Okay, so... Oh, that's right.
I'm 2 wizards in 1, and it still hits me. All you need to do is 3 points. I'm dead.
No, but the math kind of matters. 'Cause I don't want to kill you.
But he will.
Oh, he
You need 20 or more.
You took 19 points of slashing damage to your back.
Okay.
Does she really have it back anymore? Like that?
Not really? I mean, it's just kind of hanging strips of flesh as you... Oh no, you faced it, right. So it slashes you just across the
Yeah, so I no longer have a back or front.
front.
Nice. You gotta balance that out. You don't want to like overwork one side, like a tan.
It then, sensing the trouble that it's in, picks you up in its beak
Oh, great.
and starts to carry you away.
What's that movie with DiCaprio where he gets like effed up by a bear?
The Revenant?
Yeah, it's like that.
No, without a paddle when he goes in the fetal position and he picks the bear picks him up.
Yep.
So
That should have been your first move.
he has got you in his beak and is running away from the rest of your party.
Abort the fetal position. Abort the fetal.
I'm dead.
Well, you're unconscious.
Very close to dead.
You almost got killed.
Why does he get to run unobstructed? Or
Carrot.
is there not shit over there?
It's half movement.
Oh, that's rough.
He's fast.
So I rolled out from underneath the wagon.
Yep.
Finally.
Yep. You guys still see him? Yeah, he's way over there.
I can still see him?
Yeah. Barely. I mean, he's getting out of your range. It's just your dark vision that's able to keep an eye on him.
So I have no idea if he looks like he's beat to hell or not.
I mean, he looks like he's got a couple arrows and a javelin protruding out of him, but it's hard to say.
And some singed hair.
And some singed hair. You haven't fought an owlbear before.
So wait, okay, how far away is he from me?
Um, 40 feet.
40 feet.
We're going back to the den to be eat.
But I saw like a baby owlbear.
Okay,
It has keen sight and smell.
and
On really fun perception checks at and sight first.
So it didn't think I was bacon then.
No, but you were running away from.
Kaylin's unconscious, right?
Yes, she is, and in the beak of an owlbear.
I am going to cast sleep. Wait, do I know is that? Why are you? Is that, oh, apparently it's too late.
How you do it?
Trying to read why this wouldn't work in this situation.
Oh my god.
Sorry if you guys can hear that.
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'm gonna cast sleep and try to keep the owlbear from running off.
Yep. So 5d8.
Roll high. I mean,
You mean
you can still make noise when you're unconscious, just not conscious. Dream owlbear running away with me in its beak.
you do it? Average on 5d8. 1.5. 23.
31.
31. Okay. So you reach out your hand, use your arcane focus, say the words that you know, and you notice as the owlbear is running all fours, just slowly fall to the ground.
Good job.
We're gonna break initiative order since it's sleep for now. Let me read sleep.
It wakes up if anybody gets it,
Tax it.
but it also only lasts for a minute.
Yep. Roll a death saving throw.
She's at 0 right now
She is at 0 right now.
because she wasn't lethally killed in one shot by his attack.
Right.
I want to use my move and my sprint action, and I know we're not in initiative, but whatever. I'm gonna dive like a fat motherfucker that way.
Yep. Blinking.
Can I get to her, or am I close?
You can get there.
Yeah, can I?
I want to cast Cure Wounds again.
Okay.
Can I cast that at a? Nah, screw it. I could probably roll decently.
What are you doing, Carrick?
I was also running over to see if she's okay.
Yeah, sure.
4, 5, and 2 is 11.
4,
Yep.
5, and 3, right?
3. Sorry, I keep doing that. Yeah, 12.
Well, okay,
Okay.
I'm
So
alive.
you awake as
So this,
as a friendly dwarven face that you've seen has run his hand along your back, along your front, and kind of healed up the slashes that are.
She's firmly in the beak.
She's no longer in the beak. The beak is kind of slack at this point, but the owlbear is more or less like on top of her a little bit.
Say we grab her and get out of here. Back to the wagon.
If we touch it, he wakes up, or if we attack it?
It's attack. If you're gentle, it probably won't.
Sigurd, don't touch her.
I'm not gentle. Varian!
What's damage? Damage. If he takes damage.
Well, if we run away, he's just gonna follow us, and he's only asleep.
Yeah, but then.
Yeah, you don't know. You could just,
Carrick, did you put him to sleep?
I mean, you
I did. He's out.
either one.
He's just asleep. He's not.
So he's asleep. So he's gonna wake up in
30 seconds.
any second now.
I say we pull her out.
Do we get away, or we try to just take him down now while he's out?
Take him down now while he's out and coordinate our attacks.
We should group up.
Can we
Dude,
all
what do you
attack at
think?
once?
You're on the ground.
Okay, well, help me up here.
Okay. I'm cleaning up.
How do I get out? Do I need to roll something?
You're out, but it's starting to stir.
I'm out? Okay. Okay, count of 3. Let's attack.
Are you guys? Are you all just short? Are you short swording it?
I'll just pick something. Ready?
Alright.
Everyone roll dexterity right now. Is that exchange of what are you gonna do? Roll a dexterity check.
Just base dexterity?
Just base dexterity.
21.
No, just the 3 that are around it. Well, I mean, yeah, just the 3 that are around it.
12.
13.
Okay, the 2 guys attack. You don't get your attack off with your sword.
I wasn't attacking with my sword.
What are you attacking with?
Burning hands.
Well, you don't get your burning hands off. It's faster than you. You 2 roll your attacks.
Hang on, I don't have my cards with me.
I would consider him on the ground for this, so both of you will get advantage if you are striking with a melee weapon.
Is he face down or face up?
Face down. He kind of just like fell forward.
Yeah, I've already said I'm using my sword, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm aiming for the back of the head.
Yep. That's,
Oh yeah, aren't we? Yeah. Cut that spine.
You said with advantage?
with advantage.
Come on, damn it. So 18.
Let's roll for
7.
damage. That
7.
missed.
Advantage, you rolled a 7?
D6.
No. Really? 20. Nat 8.
Oh shit.
15.
Okay, that hits. Roll for damage.
I got a modified 8 on my damage.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
Not because he's unconscious, I just gotta stab him.
Well, he was regaining conscious. You gain advantage because he's prone on the ground. The owlbear wakes up slightly quicker than Kalen as you were going for your burning hands. He takes one slash at you, Carrick, but swings wildly, missing. And at you, Sigurd, he goes for a bite, but in his confusion, he doesn't make that either.
Thank the Jesus.
Now, burning hands.
Now your burning hands goes off as you get it
He's
off.
he's mildly concussed.
So dex save throw again.
I literally don't think you can kill him.
Okay.
You're not even gonna roll.
Oh, well then I'm gonna do a first level spell. If he's that damaged, then...
What?
How is this son of a bitch not dead yet?
He's a big owl bear.
9.
Okay, you do kill him, and you kind of toast his face a little bit as you just burning hands right into his face.
Okay, now that he's dead, I'm gonna take out my short sword and just ram it through his head in anger.
Roll strength check.
And I'm gonna break my short sword.
Worth.
for your arm.
That one.
Yay!
So you get down with
Fun
your
things.
there on the ground, you pull out your sword, and you go to stab it into its head, and you just stab it straight into the ground. You let out a war cry and just said, "Yeah!"
And no one knows she was trying to stab his head, so we just think she's being like merciful and not a dick. So we're like, it's cool.
I loot the body.
Yeah, can we skin him to make a cloak so we can look like an owlbear?
Sigurd, roll an investigation check.
I don't loot the body. 5.
You kind of pat the fur. It's still burning a little. You want to see what's underneath, but
So if he's on fire. I'm not skinning him. Then I take it.
you do manage to find the javelin.
Managed to find a what?
The javelin. It's sticking out of the back.
Sweet. Tannis, I got your stick.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Can I check to see if I can discern what the gender of this animal is?
It's man.
It's a male.
Why?
Well,
Because
a
if it
female
was
might
a
be closer
female,
to her
maybe
cub.
there's a cave with babies that we can sell on the Black Neverwinter market for exotic
And
pets.
a dude can't stay home with the babies? How sexist of you.
From working
Can I go-
preschool,
Offended.
5 years of preschool, no, the dude does not stay home with the babies.
You,
Can I go pick up the rations I threw since it ignored them?
walk over to the rations, and they are not in any real condition to be eaten.
5-second rule.
Can I see if there's any usable arrows anywhere?
3-minute rule of waterlogged, muddied rations. I mean, you can take them if you want, I suppose.
No, okay, I'm gonna give it a foul look and then go try to collect my bolts out of the side of him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you managed to recover 1, and there is you try to recover 1 arrow, but you snap it off because it's dug in pretty deep.
I feel like we should move back to the cart so we're all together again in case something else comes at us.
The rain is picking up again, and the blood kind of washes off the owlbear and kind of drifts away.
Do I know
Yep.
if
That's not good.
any part of an owlbear is worth anything?
Roll a survival check.
Can I do prestidigitation to clean the blood up so it doesn't leave a smell for other animals to track?
Yeah, you can do that. You can prestidigitate.
Do I know if owlbear meat's any good?
Or something. That's the only thing that comes to mind. But you crucified this side pretty well and good.
Fair enough.
I know it sucks out here, but I'd like to try to see if I can figure out where it came from. Tracks, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a survival check with disadvantage. Also, you go back over to like where the cloak is where you were sleeping. Your cloak is gone, and the cloak that was over the horses is gone, blown away in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Get rid
luck.
of that 3 pounds I don't need.
14.
I mean, you look. It looks in the northwest direction, but you can only call the maybe 10, 15 feet outside of your camp area, and you lose the trail.
Can we kind of chop him up and eat him?
Yeah.
Wow. Graphic.
Do that.
Are we gonna make owlbear bacon? Is that like your sweet revenge?
We're
You,
gonna
you
make
guys,
owlbear bacon.
you guys discuss how you're gonna prepare him, and I'll be right back.
I'm suddenly hungry after this experience.
Yeah, well, that owlbear cost me a ration of food, so I'm cool chopping him up.
Let's do that.
Can I take some fur and make a cool hat, though, before we just butcher him completely?
If you want some burnt hair.
I mean,
And
yeah,
from what I
you're
know,
right.
burnt hair
Alright.
smells awful.
I have beans, corn, potatoes, and rutabagas. We could make owlbear stew.
You know, I don't want to talk about the rutabagas right now. I'm still pissed.
Remember when
I
you
like
didn't
it.
take rutabagas?
Yeah, no, I know. I grabbed you
Remember
some.
when it's pouring damn down rain and we're not gonna be able to cook anything? So we need to find shelter.
We can
Yes.
light a fire. We'd have to protect it somehow.
Bear's gotta have a cave, or a nest.
Somewhere.
What are we gonna do with the horses?
Put them in the nest or the cave. Take them with us. I don't know.
Alright,
that's the
well,
thing.
I'm
This is the
tiny
male.
and they could eat me. So, do one of you want to grab the reins and we'll go search for the cave with them?
Wait, the horse could eat you?
Dude, like, you know what? You're all making stabs at my height. I'm willing to go with it a little bit. I mean, frankly, I could fit in its mouth. Come on, just go grab the horses for me.
My vote is somebody goes and scouts to see if we can find somewhere. Otherwise, we're just gonna lay in this torrential downpour
Well,
forever.
Do you think we want to split up if there's owl bears roaming the woods? I feel like maybe we want to stick close
the
together.
best
As long
scout
as
is
Kaylin
out the
doesn't
dark
go,
vision,
sure.
We can see.
I'm just gonna sit over by the owlbear, chopping it into bite-sized pieces.
I'm okay with
I'll
it as long
scout.
as Kaylin doesn't go.
Figured
'Cause
I'll
she's-
scout with you because we both have dark vision.
That doesn't. Sure.
Well, I don't have to. I'm just saying that way you're not going by yourself if something happens.
No, I
Is
don't
it-
have a problem.
Is it too dark for, like, if I were to climb a tree, would I not be able to see anything?
You'd probably get struck by lightning.
You could see definitively rain.
You wouldn't get a horse in a tree though, so.
No horses can climb trees that I know.
I meant to look for a cave, you guys.
Except maybe an owl horse. I hear they're half bird.
Oh my god.
Owl
If
body
we
with
see
that.
an owl
with a-
horse, I'm
horse
going back
head.
to Neverwinter and just sleeping for the rest of this class.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back over by the cart. Can I grab my Red Brand's cloak that was underneath it?
Sure.
Chop, chop, chop.
I'm gonna have you
Can I-
roll a strength check and a survival. Yeah, strength and survival.
To chop meat.
Can her strength check be with
Oh,
advantage because she's still pissed off?
She's 15.
Yeah, okay.
She's just like raging it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you're fairly.
Yeah, I'm still angry that it
You're well
kills me,
suited
so.
enough that you have the strength to cut through it, and you know enough about its anatomy to make actually decent cuts of meat out of it. It does take you like a full minute, sort of, but you manage that as well.
I also have a small knife.
That's gonna do it.
Ricky, I want to scout the perimeter around us. Like, call it 50-foot circle radius.
Yep. Roll a perception check.
I'm specifically looking for better shelter as
Okay.
well.
Yep.
Can I?
Yeah, you're good.
17.
You
It's a
guys,
perception, right?
yeah. You guys are
Yeah.
really in the best spot for camping out with a wagon. There's maybe one spot that could support 2 to 3 of you that would be better suited for just people. But as far as everyone in a wagon, you're in the best spot that you can see for a good, 150 feet. Because you're 50 foot from the right. I mean, you're
Right. Guys, are we hunkering down here?
I thought we were looking for the cave.
I went on a quick search and found a little overhang, but it wouldn't hold all of us, and definitely not the cannibal horses or the wagon. So
They're not cannibals if they're eating it. Whatever you are.
You just called
But
Cyrus a horse.
Here seems like as good a spot as any.
can I? All right. want to use an axe to try to fortify our position. How hard is it raining?
Like, not quite hurricane.
Is it
It's
in the
probably-
morning? What time is it?
No, it's not morning. It's close to midnight. You would probably think. It's probably an hour before or after midnight.
I hold up. I go underneath the cart, hold up my cloak to Carrick, and like invite him in.
Before I go in, I take one last look around to see if I can see anything else in the woods that may have been attracted to the fact that there was a huge fight that just happened.
Roll perception check.
Come back to bed, Carrick.
As I was going, I
19.
back huge chunks of meat in my hand, saying, "Okay, where's the fire?"
I rolled a 19.
I want to see Kaylin just take a bite out of raw owlbear meat. Just arr.
You take a few glances around and you don't notice anything around you.
You know where I'm going.
Hey,
Heads.
Cyrus, let me borrow that bell, would you?
Sure.
Now we have a thinker.
I'd like to set up a trip line around where we're gonna sleep.
Slide a hand check.
Fuck yeah. Negative. 14.
Okay. You set up a trip
Negative
wire
14.
with the bell attached to it.
Okay. That's surrounding all of us and the horses. Do we have enough rope for that?
It's not that big of a bell. I mean, you're talking more like twine or yarn or something.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Then it's just around us.
Yeah, I mean, you've got enough to kind of get it around the wagon, and you guys kind of pull in closer.
Hey, Sigurd, I have a ton of nails. We could put the bell on one side and maybe rig up some of the nails through the rope so that they knock into each other. You know, make some noise.
Kind of want to. Can I have? Does anybody? Who else has got rope with them?
Or we could just throw some nails out there and hope some owlbears step on them.
I got 2 foot of rope.
I have 40 feet of rope.
One of these days, dicks.
The horses are tied to the wagon, or they're tied to a tree.
They're tied to a tree.
Put Cyrus where the horses are.
I shoot you a dirty look.
Can I cast prestidigitation to make her smell like a sugar cube?
Anything I can dream of.
Are you actually doing that?
No, not yet.
What's everyone doing? Are you guys just trying to go back to sleep, or what?
I'm cooking my owlbear.
Yeah,
Are
I don't
we-
have to go back to sleep, do I?
The fire
Yeah,
in like tropical storm rain.
yeah.
I got it. I'm gonna
Underneath
gather
wagon.
wood and cast sacred
Don't
flame
light
on
on
it.
fire.
I'm already passed out underneath the wagon. I was
Let's press
tired of
the-
waiting for.
Where are we right now, though? Because you were putting trip line. Are we in the wagon?
Right, while it's going.
So, Kaylin, you and Sigurd tried for the better part of a half hour to light and keep a fire lit to cook your meat. Unsuccessfully.
I have another thought. Can I flash cook the meat if it's on the ground and I cast sacred flame directly on it? Like to a nice, like a rare, maybe? Just like
See your.
hit it
Yeah.
with the big stick.
Yeah, it takes you a couple sacred flames, but you manage to roughly cook all of the meat.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up a chunk, hand it to Sigurd, and cheers him with the meat.
Meat cheers. What does owlbear taste like? For my player knowledge.
Bacon.
It tastes a lot like chicken. No, I mean, It's sort of gamey.
Like if you mixed an owl and a bear together, and
And you had an owlbear.
It's gamey, but it's palatable. The portion that you're eating it tastes a lot like ribs, that you would have without seasoning, of course, just charred meat.
Now the owlbear knows what it's like to be in somebody's mouth.
Oh, well then Caitlin flavors
tastes
it
real
up,
good.
and it tastes real good.
Oh, perfect.
It's got a great consistency too.
Hey Sigurd, you still need that bell?
Bell's already tied onto the trip line that's around where we're gonna end up sleeping.
But
I thought he said the bell wouldn't be big enough.
No. The bell wouldn't be big enough if I wrapped it around all the horses and everything.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sigurd, you every once in a while you get a piece that's like way overcooked and then a piece that's way undercooked. It's really inconsistent cooking with Sigurd.
Sounds like most restaurants where I'm at right now.
The hot spots on the grill.
Spider.
Except Spider. I'd like to attach another rope from the horses to the underside of the wagon. Like from the horse's reins to the underside of the wagon.
Sure.
And maybe like... Nah, that's fine. We'll go with that.
Okay. So, what's everybody doing? Going to sleep? Trying to get some
Back
rest?
to sleep.
I've been sleeping for about an hour now.
Yeah, I'm crawling inside of the bell circle and going back to sleep.
I don't have to go back to sleep, do I?
You don't.
I don't either, but I'm going to.
Sure, that makes sense.
Food coma.
Okay, so Carrick, roll a perception check.
I'm gonna go back to sleep also. I need about 2 more hours.
$12.
Oh shit, the battle
Okay,
makes it so loud.
roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Yep.
Eric, don't screw it up again.
Damn it.
Chest. Roll for a chest. No
I'm
more
thinking
owlbears.
I'm just chest naked. I'm channeling it. I just want it. Sucks. A 3. Suck it.
Okay.
That's gonna be 2 owlbears.
So about 4 hours pass as you
Yeah.
sit on watch. The rain starts
Wait.
to clear up.
Could I have done something during those 4 hours?
Sure, what do you want to do?
Do I? Well, I'm just asking. So that orb of anime dead I got, was studying it for 4 hours maybe not give me any more information on it, or did I already learn everything I possibly could? Because I know that I didn't really know the spells to turn it on and turn it off, like, completely when I got it back in town. So would studying it longer make a difference?
One quick second. Yeah, so studying it, you figure out the command word to actually activate it. Which is Vase Der. It is 2 words.
That's not coming.
Command word.
Activate it.
Yep. Is Vase Der, and then Vase Don will deactivate it.
Alright. Base Don. Deactivate.
As
Alright.
as far as what it has the ability to animate or how it works, you're not entirely sure.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Those 4 hours pass. People wake up. You have the effects of a long rest. You can recharge your staff. The rain has started to clear up. What for everyone like?
Gotta continue on.
So since I did not go back to sleep, I don't get that spell slot back I used when I cast it fighting the owlbear.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna check, make sure the horses are still there.
Horses are still there.
Good.
I'll untie all of my stuff.
I'll hook the horses back up to the wagon.
Yep. You guys are off the trail and probably 2 miles now away from the very dense forest, kind of to the direct north.
I'll go in the driver's seat and just kind of ask everyone where we're going. Let's get to going if we're going or not.
We're still heading on this trail to see if we can find that off branch to go towards the towers.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
do it.
Let's keep heading east.
In which direction do you guys want to head?
You said
Let's keep
no,
heading
still-
east.
right?
Yeah. Because the trail that led off was east from the T intersection.
Yeah. It's probably still another, what, 10 miles?
So you guys
Yeah.
out to the Tribor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 10 to 15 when we made the turn, and we didn't go that far in the storm.
So you continue on the Tribor for about another 5, 10. What's everybody doing during this time?
Just driving.
I'm walking along the side to keep my eyes open to see if I see any indication of the trail that we're looking for.
I'm walking on the north side of the wagon.
I want to sit in the back with Sigurd. Sigurd, will you join me? I have this Dwarvish tome I haven't gotten a chance to look through yet, and I thought you might like to join me.
Dwarvish tome, huh?
Dwarvish
I can handle
tome.
something like that.
Tannis?
I'm on the. Well, I guess I can join in. Sure. I've not been in the wagon yet today. Let's do that.
Yo.
I
where'd you-
playfully nudged with my elbow towards Tannis, like, thanks for joining me. Hopefully I don't kill you.
Tannis, are you sure you want to sit next to him?
Hope I don't kill you.
Comfortable, but you know, I've been on and off walking, so.
So Barry killing our team and Tannis falling in the holes, they're probably the best two people to be driving the wagon right now.
Hey, I heard that.
Is this the tome you got?
In glass staff.
I'm glad. Ooh.
Oh gosh.
Oh, God.
Oh god, I need to go. I need to leave.
I need to not be on this anymore.
That was awful.
I don't want
Steve,
to.
we're probably just gonna leave and let
Oh,
you deal with
hey.
that, and then
Wow.
I'm just throwing this out here. In 15 minutes, I need to leave, because I need to go to bed.
How many?
In like 15, at 10 o'clock, I need to leave and go to bed because this academy is killing me.
Cool.
We just do the Dwarvish tome and then.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably.
All right.
On the path.
Sure. So Sigurd, I found this tome in Glassstaff's lab when I went back with Darren. It's the journal of Ermon. I don't know if that's right. That's what I wrote down.
Herman.
Ermon.
Hermano.
Yeah, Sigurd politely corrects you on your pronunciation of dwarvish names.
Oh, well, I spelled it
Herman. Stupid.
wrong.
I mean,
Looks like he's some sort of adventurer. This journal has a bunch of notes and sketches in it. I haven't gotten any chance to look through it at all yet, so it might be enlightening. I'm very curious to know what Glassstaff wanted with it.
is this? It's just regular. That's not like ancient Dwarvish. It's just regular
It's
Modern.
mixture of kind of a dwarvish and common mix. There's some older dwarvish, there's some newer dwarvish. It appears to have been written by this by the same person, just at different points in their life. And dwarves are long-lived, so it seems to, 3 very distinct periods in the dwarves' life. The most interesting of the sections that you get to is on a section detailing the construction of a mace named Lightbringer. It was a weapon that Ermon constructed, had made for him, that he carried in his adventures. It was commissioned by the priest of Lathander, the god of dawn.
Yeah, I'm not writing all this down. I don't even think I could spell half of this.
Commissioned by Lathander?
By the priests of Lathander.
Priests.
Well, and Lathander is the god of dawn in Dwarvish. Mages infused this weapon with powerful magics.
I'm gonna ask Sigurd, have you heard of this weapon before? Is it a popular myth in Dwarvish mythology?
Roll an intelligence check. Or a history check. Okay.
Can I hear them talking?
That was to you, Sigurd. History
Okay,
check.
I wasn't sure. I kind of figured it would be, but
Hey, how's your beer pitcher going?
history check, 17.
Can I hear them talking, Eric?
You can, yes. Why?
Because I was just wondering if that might be the item that Glassstaff was searching for, and so I'm trying to listen in.
Yeah, you can hear them talking. They're not being secretive about it.
Okay.
So, obviously, Sigurd, you know of Lathander. It may not be the god or goddess that you personally draw power from, but it's obviously in the same pantheon, and you are aware. As far as Lightbringer is concerned, it doesn't sound like a weapon you've heard the exact name of before, but you have certainly heard of powerful clerics commissioning weapons from priests instilled with magic. These types of weapons can contain great power, and just the fact that there may be one mentioned, because there's also Fandelver mentioned. So there could be one around the area. Excites you as a cleric.
I don't know of this weapon in particular, but if we can get our hands on any weapon made by the priest and imbued, I think it would help us immensely. Is there any more information in this book about his location or where this Ermon was buried?
Look towards the back and see.
So you're not exactly sure where Ermon was buried, but it does speak of a time where, in a great battle, the mace was lost to him.
In what battle?
A great one.
Battle near Arugar.
Huh. That's where we're headed, I believe.
Near where?
Arugar,
Arugar.
which is another name for the Seven Towers Castle that we're headed to.
Well, golly gee willikers, if we get our hands on that, that would be swell.
Can you spell Aragar for me?
Yes.
I don't think I have it written down anywhere, so.
Rugare.
Thank you.
And
Aurugare.
What?
you spell it differently than the first time you spelled it.
Aurugare. Arugare.
That is an unnecessary E at the end. They're just getting fancy now.
Right?
It's not English.
Still unnecessary.
Got him.
Arugare.
To some, maybe. I've heard it both ways.
Side note: who's playing Drawful after this?
Oh, I want to play Drawful.
Oh, I ain't got shit to do tomorrow.
Right? Me neither. My day off.
I do.
How's that picture of beer coming though, man?
So, you said that
Touch.
battle, the mages lost Ramon, or they lost Lightbringer?
They lost Lightbringer. Vermont survived the battle, but lost his mace.
Okay.
Vermont died of old age.
Tide of the herps. It's just like everyone back then.
Is that what it was?
When he was old.
It's those mage herps. It's actually a 3rd level enchantment spell.
Carrick, I need you to roll a perception check.
Uh, 18.
So you travel 10 miles up the Tri-Fork Trail to the northeast. Find no sign of the roadway that's supposed to lead to
Because I haven't seen any sign of this trail. So I don't know if that means we haven't gone far enough yet, or we just completely missed it, or it's just been completely run over and erased in the time since the last person has supposedly inhabited the castle.
To your knowledge, you should have found it.
And as far as I know, we should have come across it with how far down we've gone on the Tribor Trail based on what I read.
Well, do we want to just start heading into the woods? If this is around the area where it should be, we may meet up with it, or open to suggestions.
Because it now seems like we have... Oh, I don't know about the conversation. If we really want to get to that castle, that seems like our best bet. Hopefully, if we move through the woods, we might be able to see something. What does that mean with the wagon and the horses?
I guess we leave them.
We could probably take the horses. Or the woods. I mean, if we can get through, then the horses probably could.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, the lighter wooded part is easily traversed by horses. As you get deeper in, you're not sure how easily the horses will be able to move, but they should be able to get through.
I like Tanis's suggestion from earlier. We take the horses, we flip the wagon upside down so somebody can't just walk off with it, and keep going.
How are we
Sounds good
going to
to
flip
me.
it back?
I'll create a fulcrum,
Sire?
or like a really crazy gear ratio with a shitload of rope.
Well, if we can flip it over, we just flip it back the same way we flipped it over. Oh no, because we wouldn't have as much leverage.
Just keep in mind this thing is rented. I mean, I know it was my idea originally, but just throwing that one out there.
I mean, I'm not going to be much help, so just know that you're down one hand. I'm a little short.
What'd you say, Eric?
It's also been one day. Keep that in mind.
We're supposed to get it back in 7.
If we can't take the wagon down the trail, I mean, we definitely need to store it somewhere.
Yeah, I've always wanted to flip a car. Let's do it. Let's riot.
We
Very
can also
committed.
just maybe like tie it up or stick some traps around it.
Want to get it a little bit of the ways into the trees,
Yeah.
not leave it right on the trail.
So you guys take it a fair bit in, which direction are you heading off the trail? North, west, mix, south if you want.
Yeah, let's get real balls and go south. Well, I would say north because we figured we've gone as east as we need to.
Yeah, the nearest forest is kind of northeast. Dense forest is northeast, or northwest of you. Sorry.
Northwest of us.
Yeah, it kind of curves with the trail. So if you were to go northwest, it's the fastest north side.
I'd say that's our destination for the woods. If we're gonna build a castle no one wants to be found, dense woods would probably be the best place. And according to what we all know, that's where we expect it to be.
Okay.
So you guys take the wagon off the trail. You get it probably 3,000-4,000 feet into kind of the woods. You find a clearing that's big enough. You flip it over. Anything else you want to do before you set off into the woods?
Can we try and like cover it with some branches and stuff? At least try and camouflage it a little bit, even though it's obviously flipped over.
Sure. Roll a survival check with advantage because I'm assuming someone's helping you with it.
Ooh, me. I do good at this.
Sure.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're making me do it all by myself. Oh, that's much better.
So we're heading north into the woods?
Yeah.
Northwest. Yeah.
Northwest?
20, not natural. Also, thank goodness it was with advantage because the first roll was a freaking 4.
So
Got you.
to pull down some branches or pull up some branches that have fallen from the storm, kind of give it a good little camouflage, push it up near some bushes, and you guys set off into the woods.
We're gonna be able to find this wagon when we get back. Just
So what we should do, how far are we from the path?
4,000 feet.
Hey, Zach, you're 2 feet of rope. How would you feel about leaving it behind so we could run back and like tie it on a tree near the edge of the woods so we know where to enter back in?
I don't think there's any Zach here.
Oh, sorry. Carrot, shut up, Jeff.
Can I just cut blazes at like every 100-yard interval as we walk into the trees?
Sure.
Alright, as long as you have some way of leaving breadcrumbs or something, because otherwise, again, rented. That's all I have to say.
It's a series of cuts into the tree and against the direction that we're traveling, so that when you walk back the other way, you can see. Yeah, we're good.
you do not need my rope anymore.
No, thank you for being willing.
What is the circumference of my stomach? Can I use this rope as a belt?
No.
It's definitely more than 2 feet.
Was it only 2 feet? Oh, you only have 2 feet? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's from your
Yeah.
yes, the cave adventure. I forgot. Yes.
All right. Well, that's where we are going to end for the night. Everyone gets 160. Varian gets an extra 20. Kaylin gets an extra 20. Sigurd gets 10. Carrot gets 10.
160, you said?
Yep. Plus your 10.
Everybody gets 160?
Yep. Everyone gets 160.
Okay.
You are lucky you guys killed that owlbear. A lot of experience. Like,
We're lucky we did what?
killed the owlbear. 700 experience.
Oh,
Um,
son of a...
So, can I ask a question, or should
Guys,
I
I'm
wait
going
until
to the
we're back
couch
in
again.
game for this?
What's up?
Because I said I have a question, and I don't know if I should wait until we're like still in
Yeah. I
game
mean,
for this.
do we wanna see everyone out of the stream?
Everyone say goodbye to Pitner. He said goodbye.
Bye, Pitner.
Bye, Vinner.
Um,